offense out there for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second and 3. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He'll drop to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Tucson. 58 right there. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Go! I got motion. And 58 is the smoke. 58 is the mic. I'm coming. 58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58. Bravo. You know why this team showed up? 58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic. You ain't going no. Ready, go.
Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Herb Smith Jr. there to make the grab. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Yep, motion. 50 box try. 58, Mike. Gone.
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Hey, wahoo! Here we go. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Let's go.
To throw again. Herbert. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. 45, Mike, 45.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, and that's complete to McCaffrey. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Go.
On third down, Herbert. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Quentin Williams coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Kill. Hayward. 58 to Mike, 58.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 33 and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Going to give this time to the tailback. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. You got nothing to run. Go. You got nothing. 58 is the mic. 58. 58 is the mic. All this. Go.
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Elliott Fry on for the field goal.
And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Herbert. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Yeah. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Mike 52. Mike 52. I got it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert completes it to Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, dude. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Looking to throw. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Fine.
McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Get the ball. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch 84. Watch 86. Man left. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. 3 buzz. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Rashawn Gary leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Hey. Check safety. Ready, go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's bring it. Blue dog Porkers. Ready to go.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
At the 33-yard line.
Saquon, 132 fight.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 3 down. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
To throw again. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Go. Check that. We want Mike 52. Hey, box drop. Mike 52. Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Back to throw. Herbert. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Go. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. You remember me? Let's go.
On 4th down, Herbert. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Side complete. It's Lamb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Here it comes. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Twist. Delta. Mike 53. 53. Mike. Hey. No chance. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike number 53.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Ready?
Throwing on first down. Herbert. This is the tight end Fant, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Man, I got you. Hey, Mike 52.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
52, watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Herbert. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Here we go.
Five.
52, Mike 52.
From the gun, Herbert. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Get off the train tracks.
Hey, Haywood.
Choose the mic. Watch Mike. Ready? Mike 52. Come on, boy. Come on.
2nd and long. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Let's go. 30 base, let's go. You tighten up. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
91, 61. That's
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's get it.
At their 48-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. My 70 in. Focus, defense. Go! My 7, let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Zoo.
Back to throw. Herbert. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Smooth.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Who we got?
Bravo.
Choose the mic right here, over there, right?
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25.
Here we go.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. That's going to be caught. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Yo.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who have gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? You know, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year.